Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in this beautiful planet of ours. This is Marc, the Intuitive Prospector, back for another Monday morning edition of Metaphysical Mocha Mondays with Marc. Let me just get some music started for us here so we can have a lot of fun this morning. This morning's message is going to be talking about gratitude. And so just grab your coffee, grab your tea, wherever you may be at in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Tea and coffee you can pretty much have anytime. I've got my tea here this morning. Today's message is all about gratitude. So we want to just take a second just to get into a place where we can accept the message, receive the message, think about the message, have a lot of fun, connect with our soul tribe. Just say good morning to you wherever you're joining. Just let me know on the feed where you're joining. I won't be able to get to everybody. There's so many people that join during the session, so I'll respond afterwards. So just get some music to pump us up. Thanks for being here. Again, grab your coffee, grab your tea. I'm Marc, the Intuitive Prospector. I'm here every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern here on Om Times Magazine. I've gone ahead and put in the description field some of the links that you can work with me. I have a class coming up here very soon, this Thursday, June 29th. Can you believe it's already the end of June? And it's going to be focused in on spiritual ABCs, level 2, which will be focused in on spiritual balance and breathing. So let me rotate my mic here. I've got a new microphone set up, a new camera set up as well with the nature backdrop. And let me just turn the music down. So how you doing this morning? How was everybody's weekend? I have to say my weekend was a lot of fun. I was up in Coquitlam, British Columbia. That's up in just east of Vancouver, Canada. Did a very fun spiritual weekend, Friday night demonstration in mediumship, a Saturday workshop on intuition, awareness, and mediumship. Big shout out to Reflections Bookstore up in Coquitlam, British Columbia, and my good friend and colleague Lucy Fenning-Colt. Thank you so much for hosting me, and thank you to the bookstore for allowing us to bring our spiritual event there. Had a lot of fun, and just a lot of great messages for spirit. It just amazes me how spirit comes through and delivers the right message at the right time. Healing messages, messages of hope, message of laughter. We had a lot of laughter. As a medium, I work with a lot of high vibrations, a lot of laughter, a lot of fun memories, and it's a lot of fun. So if you like the video, if you like what we're doing here on Om Times Magazine, you like the work that I'm doing here in Seattle, Washington, or the Pacific Northwest, please subscribe to the video, share the video out. It helps to share with the soul tribe, the spiritual community. And in the description field, as the feed goes down and as more people join, you can click on the links to my class, which is this Thursday. And I've gone ahead and put in a discount code. The discount code is the prospecting discount code. It's open to the first 5 people that register until the end of July. That code is good for 1 month. I always do my special discounts for a month at a time. So if you haven't caught Spiritual ABCs Level 1, that discount code is available on my page on the Intuitive Prospector or marclanehart.com. You can click on that until the end of June for Level 1, and then Level 2, which will be this Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's going to be focused on Level 2 of Spiritual ABCs, what I've coined Spiritual ABCs, and it is going to be on spiritual balance, to walk between the two worlds of spirituality and the physical world, and breathing, and how important breathing is to our spiritual journey. So that's if that's something you want to check out, the cost is $20, and then you can use that discount code and take 10% off until the end of August. And then I'll have Level 3 coming out in August as well, which will be focused in on consciousness and connection as well. So again, those links are in the description field. I hope that you'll join me this Thursday. And what's cool about the Om Times Institute learning platform, there's a lot of Om Times experts on the platform, and you can catch the live classes. So the live class for me will be on this Thursday. However, you can always go and watch the recorded versions on demand. So you can register for the class. Let's say you can't make it on Thursday, and you can come back on the weekend and catch the recorded version. So it's on demand, and you just register, pay for it, via credit card, so it's all secure payment, and then you can watch it at your own pace. So I've got about, I've been doing it for about almost maybe a year now, and I've got about 14 or 15 classes on there, and some of them are free, so just peruse, register, become a spiritual prospector on the platform, and you can check out some of the free classes that I do offer, and also the courses that you want to pay for. So head on over to the links in this video, either at learnitlive.com or expert.ohmtimes.com. Look for me, Marc Lanehart, the Intuitive Prospector. Register for the class, and let's go do a little spiritual prospecting. So today I am back in Seattle. I was up in Canada all weekend. Had a great time up there doing a spiritual weekend, and just want to say thank you to all those spiritual prospectors that came out and attended. I'm going to talk about today, over our nice cup of tea, is gratitude. And I was reflecting on this during meditation. So when I do the Metaphysical Mocha Mondays with Marc, I don't usually have, I wait for the meditation to guide me, to take me where I need to go. So for the next half hour, we're going to talk about gratitude today, because I think gratitude is really the secret to happiness. It really is that simple. I'm going to give you some things to look for this week. I usually do a positive affirmation, a spiritual message, a totem animal spirit, something to be just aware of for the week, and then also a number. I work a lot with numerology, and just being aware to your surrounding, what's going on in your career, your love life, the world around you, your family, your friends, your own personal journey. And so today I wanted to I've done a couple episodes on gratitude, but I think gratitude is so important. So I want you to get to a place, as we share the live feed out, let's get to a place of comfort, of relaxation. I'm going to get the singing bowl here. And just taking a deep breath, I want you to have just in the moment, be present to your life now. As you are in this very moment, taking a nice deep breath. As you are, with everything that's going on in your life, gratitude can really change your vibration. It can really change your energy. And just acknowledging what you are thankful for, having that attitude for gratitude, as I like to teach in all of my classes, is about personal spiritual growth, but also changing your vibration and how you vibrate to life, because there's a lot of stuff out there, guys, that can really get you down, whether it's what's going on in the world, chaos, violence, difference of opinions, very opinionated world, especially with social media, and that vibration can really impact you. So coming back to not getting caught up on what's going on in your external world, and coming back to what's going on in your internal world, being the observer of your life versus being in an ego body, as I like to say, can be very beneficial to appreciating gratitude and what gratitude can do for you. So when you have an appreciation of gratitude, your vibration changes, and it's interesting how gratitude and having that positive mindset really brings in a lot of situations, a lot of the right people, a lot of the right scenarios, because you're changing your outlook on life and you're increasing your energy. And I firmly believe that gratitude is the secret to happiness. I hate to break it to you, it's not money. Money is not the secret to happiness. It's actually quite the opposite. The more money you have, the chances of being more unhappy actually grow with the more money you have. Now, money is helpful to be, have security, don't get me wrong. But when you have, your own personal health, when you have good family and friends, when you have clean water, when you have a roof over your head, those are all the necessities. Those are all the things that are important in life, not money that can buy things. Because at the end of the day, guys, you can't take any of this with you. So it's interesting. I've interviewed some people on my radio show that have worked with some of the richest people in the world, and yet they are still unhappy because they're not finding that happiness within. So that's what today's message is. Gratitude is the secret to happiness. It really is that simple. I do want to give you a positive affirmation, or maybe a few positive affirmations for this week. Just something to think about to help you with how amazing your life really is. Again, if you have health, if you have simple things like a roof over your head, food on your table, clean drinking water, Those are all the important things of having gratitude. The ability to walk, the ability to see, the ability to hear. Some of you I know will make a comment. I'm working on the closed captioning. I haven't figured it out yet. We may be switching over to YouTube as well. But I know that I've gotten some comments that I can't hear what you're saying, Mark, because I'm hearing impaired. And but I acknowledge that. So if I could speak in sign language, I would. I don't know sign language, but just having that appreciation and that gratitude can really bring in a lot of happiness into your life, and it can also bring in a very high vibration and the right people as well. So just breathing, taking in some good deep breaths, and reflecting on what you have as you are right now, not about what was in the past, not what was about in the future. My future vibrates to my right, my past vibrates to my left, and what I try to do is I try to see where my vibration is, and if it's centered, then I know I'm in the present moment, because that's where the true power of happiness and gratitude lies, is in the present moment right here, not in the past energy of, oh gosh, I should have done that, or maybe I should do this in the future, the what if world, the worry world. That doesn't help you. So today, talking about gratitude, the first positive affirmation I want to give you in gratitude is, I feel an abundance of gratitude for everything I have and receive every day. I like to say that life is short. Question everything. Go after what you want. Find your pulse. Determine your passion. Live your purpose. That's very, very important. And having gratitude can put you on that first step of appreciating what you have in life. And again, being in the present moment, so much power in the present moment. And again, I wouldn't be here today talking to you about this if I have not experienced this myself, with all of the personal tragedies that I've had in my life, my own near-death experience, and really questioning, the future in my past, and having some really good spiritual teachers and mentor help me to understand living in the present moment, and having an attitude for gratitude, having gratitude for what you have. So I have gratitude right now for this nice cup of tea in my Star Wars. This is the Stormtrooper, the elite stormtrooper from Rogue One movies. So I'm a big Star Wars fan, for those of you that are just watching the first time. If you are watching and you're tuning in today, thank you for joining the Soul Tribe. Thank you for joining our spiritual community. Leave your name in the description field. I'll go back after the video and answer questions. I also will have an after show right after this over on the Intuitive Prospector page on Facebook. I will put the link here in a second that you can click on, and it can take you right over. It's the Metaphysical Mocha after show. It's a Q&A direct with me, and I will respond directly to you. It's just we get so many live comments here that I can't get to everybody, and I can't get to the message. So if you want to join me for the after show, that's the Intuitive Prospector page on Facebook. I'll be happy to sit down and have another half hour of Q&A with you and answer questions based on today's topic of gratitude and how gratitude has impacted your life. Or if you don't know anything about gratitude, how I can help you spiritually prospect for your own spiritual gold in what gratitude is, living in the present moment, living authentic, knowing that you have life today but not guaranteed for tomorrow, and nothing you can do about the past. So again, the first positive affirmation for today is, I feel an abundance of gratitude for everything I have and receive every day. Positive affirmations are very important. Visualizations, manifestations. I learned all about this actually in college in my master's degree of sports medicine, and I didn't know I would be applying that to spirituality in my spiritual practice, but it is powerful. And when you have a positive affirmation, you say that when you first get up. If you're having a real crappy day during the middle of the day, say, I feel an abundance of gratitude for everything I have and receive every day. The clothes on your back. What's a job to go to, or a car to get you someplace, air to breathe. Some places don't even have clean air to breathe. So it's just paying attention to what you are grateful for in that present moment. And receive that on a daily basis. So positive affirmations, morning, noon, and night before you go to bed. It also rewires your brain. Positive affirmations also gives that vibration of energy out on the words that you're speaking. But what I find most important about positive affirmations and visual manifestations is it changes your brain waves. It changes where your thoughts are going. So if you say those words, your mind has thought those in your words. So your thoughts create your words create your actions create your behaviors, and so on and so forth. So I find that very fascinating. If you can change your thoughts, you can change your words, you can change your behavior, you can change your life. And that all starts with, in my humble opinion, gratitude. You may disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. It's not about me being right or wrong. It's not about an ego play of you're right, I'm wrong. I'm just sharing what I have found in my own spiritual journey, my own spiritual path, my own near-death experience, the loss of lots of tragedies with a lot of family members tragically passing into the spirit world. And I have found that the one thing that uplifts me and helps me is gratitude, living authentic and living in the present moment. I do want to give you another positive affirmation, and then I'm going to get to the spiritual message for today. Again, if you're just joining us, let me know where you're from. I know that we have spiritual prospectors all around the world. Thank you so much for being here and joining me this morning. I'm here every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, here in the United States. I'm in Seattle, Washington, of the Pacific Northwest, and I'm here on Om Times Magazine platform, which is a great platform. Check it out. They have the magazine. They have the Learning Institute, the Om Times Learning Institute, with a lot of experts and classes. My class is this Thursday, Spiritual ABCs Level 2. You can register for that now on the links in the video here. And I also have my radio show on Om Times Radio. It's called Inspired Living with Marc and Kim. It's an internet-based show. You don't need a username or password. You can get it from any device, anywhere in the world. And we're every Wisdom Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have amazing guests on all topics: metaphysics, mindfulness, meditations, psychic readings. We have open phone lines. So you want to check that out and have a lot of fun. And you can actually participate in the show, either Facebook and or call into our live call-in lines here in the United States. So check that out. It's every Wisdom Wednesday, Inspired Living Radio. We have a lot of fun. Been doing it almost for 2 years. We're approaching our 100th episode, and we're going to be doing open phone lines for that. But the other positive affirmation I want to give you for this week is I am grateful for all the great health, love, and goodness that my life has revealed to me. So again, I am grateful for all the good health, love, and goodness that my life has revealed to me. It's important to have a mindset for good health. I experienced this about 2 years ago when I broke my back, and I thought it was I'm a Life Path 8 in numerology, and 2015 was the year of the 8, so I thought for sure it was going to be my year. And sometimes what we think is going to happen doesn't happen, and that's okay, because it gave me a perspective on my own health. And so I'm very grateful for the health that I have today, because pain makes us pay attention, and we only pay attention when we're in pain. So just having gratitude for your own health is very important. So today's message I want to give you is the joy of living. And if you'll bear with me, I'm just going to read a little bit just from my notes and from my meditation of what I picked up on today. And I'm also going to paste in, if you want to have a direct conversation with me over on the Intuitive Prospector page, I'm going to paste that into the live feed right now for you. There you go. So it's in the description field, the link to the Intuitive Prospector page for a live Q&A with me right after this live show here on Om Times Magazine. And it's a half hour of talking about today's topic on gratitude. So in my notes and through my meditation, I have to write down some of my notes, my bullet points. It's always important to find the joy in life. It is the greatest reward, and I found this to be very true. Life without joy is very pointless and empty. So try to find your own joy. I know that for some of you that are watching today, and in the spiritual work I do, and those in the spiritual tribe and the spiritual community, those that are spiritual prospecting have a lot of pain and a lot of sorrow and a lot of grief. And I work with that as a professional psychic spiritual medium. I see it. I saw it this weekend with people that show up to my event, looking to connect with their loved ones, the hope and the joy that can bring. So again, a life without joy is very pointless and empty to people. So find your joy, and the joy comes from within, not what the external world can give you. Life has its rewards of money, possessions, status, and it's completely misguided. A life filled with the wealth of health, beauty, happiness, friendship. That's where the true living is, guys. It's not based on your next reward or your next promotion, because like I said at the beginning of this, all the stuff that you collect, everything I have around me right now, I can't take with me. I can enjoy it while I'm alive and find joy in that and have gratitude for that, but I can't take it with me. I look to have a wealth of health. I look to have, I look in the beauty of the world around me, the beauty of nature, getting out and tapping into this beauty, just friendships and my wife and our love life and everything that you have, my really close friends, and the little things like playing basketball, watching a Star Wars movie. That is the true wealth of the soul, and it's what you have when you have no money or material possessions. And I know some people have taken that journey to not have material possessions, just so they could find the happiness without money. And they say that money can be the root of all evil. And that's history past, and many of the spiritual masters talk about what money can do, because it does change you. So pay attention to what's going on in your life. And where is your wealth? That's today's message. Where is your wealth? I can't tell you where your wealth is. I can only just share with you where my wealth is, and that's being in the present moment. That's living in the now. That's having an attitude for gratitude. I wake every morning. I have what's called the Grateful Eight, and it was funny because there was a movie that came out a couple years ago called The Hateful Eight, and I just thought it was funny because I've been, I'm a Life Path 8, and so I have 8 things that I'm grateful for every morning. So I try to get in the habits of saying what I'm grateful for, because it changes my mindset and it changes my vibration. But what is and where is your wealth? Do you find your happiness in money? Do you find your happiness in health, in your loved ones, in your family, in your friends, in your travel, soul, what I call soul adventures? Consider for a moment exactly what brings joy into your life right now. Where is your joy right now? Because that's what is most important. If you did not notice what makes your soul smile, you are missing the greatest gifts. And this is what I just wrote down from my notes. When you really evaluate your life, you will find the true source of joy, and it's often where the least expected to find it. And I found this to be true. I didn't know I'd be here years later talking to you here on Facebook Live about gratitude and an attitude for gratitude, and a spiritual practice, to say the least. But look in the places you forget about, because that's where you can actually find your joy. Go to something you haven't done. Go back to something that you haven't done since a child. Sit on a swing set, eat some corn on the cob, get out and play, a game outside, play some Monopoly. I played Monopoly growing up all the time, and I loved it. Watch an old movie that you haven't listened to. Listen to an old song that you haven't listened to. But just consider for a moment exactly what brings joy into your life right now. Go prospecting for that. Find that. Don't get caught up in just doing a 9-to-5 job and that's your life and that's all your life is, because I trust me, there's more to your life than just a 9-to-5 job, and your job does not define you. So that's the spiritual message for today. And I want to give you a totem animal spirit. I want you to pay attention to the ladybug. The ladybug came up in meditation this morning. And the ladybug comes up because it's all about noticing the little things. And when you pay attention to the little things, that's where you start to have awareness, and you also start to have an awakening, and you also start to have an appreciation for the little things in life. And that's a part of gratitude as well. So also, it was funny this weekend because I paid attention. I'm always open and aware, especially when I'm doing a spiritual weekend. And I had spiders I was getting ready to get in the shower, and I had literally a spider on a spider web hanging from me. I was driving back from Canada yesterday, and right above my window, a huge spider. And I'm not a spider guy. I don't like spiders. Came crawling right by my arm, so I rolled down the window, and he went outside, and I rolled the window back up. But I know that the spiders are also about the spiritual connections and just being aware of the small things. So I want to give you the ladybug for this week, along with the positive affirmations that we've been talking about. Notice the little things. Have an attitude for gratitude. I also want to give you the number 7. The number 7 was coming up for those of you that are watching. If the number 7 is relevant, the number 7 is all about personal growth as well. And it also talks about when I see the 7 in my numerology numbers, when I'm working with numbers, when I see the 7, it's about growth and improvement, and it's also about being encouraged to be the best that you can be. So if you see this week the number 7, if you see the ladybug, if you're having an attitude for gratitude and you're picking up on having an appreciation for the little things in life, your health, that's where your wealth is, your friends, your family. Pay attention to that, because it's changing who you are. It's changing your life path. It's changing your vibration. And you will have some amazing experiences that start to unfold in the spiritual world for you, your spiritual path, your family, your friends, your career. It's what I like to refer to as spiritual awesomeness. So Again, if you're posting your questions, I don't have the comments turned on right now. I'll go back after. But I'm going to be heading over to the Intuitive Prospector page on Facebook. Just look for the Intuitive Prospector. The link is also here in this video. Down below, you can click right on that. So I'm going to be logging off here so I can get loaded up for the Q&A over on the Intuitive Prospector page. Make sure to like this page on Om Times Magazine and follow all the great Om Times learning experts that are here, the teachers, a lot of different subjects. It's a great platform, and it can really help you on your spiritual journey. Want to thank you for today. Again, remember those positive affirmations that we talked about. I feel an abundance of gratitude for everything I have and received every day, and I am grateful for all the great health, love, and goodness that my life has revealed to me. Say that morning, noon, and night. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm going to continue on with my cup of tea. If you want to check out my live class this Thursday, Spiritual ABCs Level 2, and it'll be on breathing and balance in the spiritual world. It's $20 to register for the class. It'll be a live class, but you can also catch it on demand if you register. Take advantage of the 10% discount code that I've offered for this class and my class from last month, Spiritual ABCs Level 1. That code ends at the end of this month, and then the code for Level 2 will end in August, and then I'll have a class coming up in August as well for Level 3, which will be focused in on consciousness and connection to the spiritual world. So I'll be back on the air on Wednesday over on Om Times Radio for Inspired Living Radio. I hope that you'll join me either there or here. Let's go spiritual prospecting and see if we can find your own spiritual gold. Most importantly, have an attitude for gratitude, because gratitude, guys, is the secret to success. It is that simple. Have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be kind, be caring, be compassionate. Namaste.